You religious people are just big old fraidy cats, aren't you? Let's do this. Would you still be religious if fear weren't a factor? Because whether you admit it or even realize it, religion is nothing but fear. You're afraid to die. You're afraid of ceasing to exist. You're afraid that even if death isn't the end, you'll wind up tortured for eternity in hell for not behaving yourself and for not believing. You're afraid that there's some practical joking devil out there that is trying to make you end up in that eternal dungeon of pain by screwing with you while you're still alive. Be afraid, be very afraid, and only the church can save you. But we can't prove any of this to you. You'll just have to run on faith. Believe us and you get to live. God loves you and will save you from eternal torment. All you have to do is believe with no proof whatsoever. Right. Religion very specifically tells you that checking to make sure is precisely what will land you in that eternal torment. That you have to believe without evidence to be saved from it. Religion tells you that checking to make sure is precisely what will land you in hell. That you have to believe without making sure to avoid it. This doesn't sound like a total con job to you guys? Really? Tell me. If fear of death and hell weren't factors, would you believe quite so readily? Or would you stop and examine the evidence? Actually check to see whether God is real or not? You have to ask yourself, why does this God need faith so badly? Why is belief the primary factor in your salvation and so central to religion? It's because God is fake, that's why, and because they don't want you to examine the religion too closely. Fear is used as a tactic to keep you credulous and incurious, and you've swallowed it whole. Instead of running on fear and letting it control you, instead of running on automatic, why don't you try, instead, to think? Please take the time to rate this video. And hey, if you dig what I do, subscribe. You might also enjoy my webcomic, The Adventures of Kinneara Baxter. You'll find a link in the info bar, along with a link to my Zazzle store. Buy a t-shirt today. And remember, if it can't be in your hand, it's all in your head.